Hey everyone, Eric Lima here. You're watching my YouTube show, which my sentimental thoughts come from my heart. Also, where my mental oddball shenanigans come from my brains. EML77 TV, episode 607, 1:30 p.m., May the 13th, 2020. How's everyone doing on this beautiful May day? I mean, beautiful weather outside, 60-degree weather. Looks like temps are moderating for a little bit, and we understand that. As you know and understand completely that we're still going on. This whole thing is happening, and I went shopping yesterday, and I got no issues once again. So it's going to be something else to behold. Just let's get right into it because there's a huge news coming out of the WWE. The Intercontinental Championship has been stripped from Sami Zayn and will be put up in the tournament because Sami Zayn. In actuality, did not want to work during this whole crazy thing. It seems like this whole situation that's happening in the world right now has really affected a lot of things, a lot of events, a lot of, when it comes to the WWE, which is still working, a lot of championship title changes, as you know. Some good, some bad, whatever. As you know, Monday Night on Raw, Becky Lynch decided to relinquish the Raw Women's Championship and asked the board of directors to raise the stakes in the women's Money in the Bank portion of the matchup, women's portion of the Money in the Bank match, one of the most unique matches ever. And when Asuka said the briefcase was a little heavy, yeah, it was, a little 10, 15 pounds of gold that was added to that briefcase, and it was the Raw Women's Championship. Obviously, Asuka is now the Raw Women's Champion because Becky Lynch is pregnant and going to be a mom for her very first time. So the baby is due in December. So that means she probably was pregnant since March, and possibly her last match, the fight was against Shayna Baszler, and that's probably the reason why we have not seen her on TV as much. So kind of all adds up now. So Becky will be on maternity leave during that time around. We don't know when she's going to come back. Could be next year. We know for sure it was a happy moment. So we're going to miss the man around here. I'm going to honor Becky Lynch by wearing the T-shirt. Man will be the mom. So that's one thing I think you got that Raw post reactions on the last episode. Another big announcement to make is going to be another major announcement on NXT tonight. We're going to check it out on the USA Network, and William Regal said it. A couple of matches are going to go on. The new Broserweights, that will be the team of Matt Riddle and Timothy Thatcher, will be defending the NXT Tag Team Championship against the Imperium team of Marcel Bartel and Fabian Eichner. That's going to be a heck of a matchup. Finn Balor going one-on-one with Cameron Grimes. We're going to hear from Rhea Ripley. And it seems like not only Charlotte Flair going to be listening, I'm sure Io Shirai will be listening on this thing. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens on NXT tonight. Another thing, too, Friday Night SmackDown, we're going to crown a new Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. Sami Zayn, being unable to defend the title during this whole thing, has been stripped of it and decided to, the brass decided to defend the Intercontinental title. We don't know how many men are going to be involved in this. We don't know when, we don't know when, who's in it. Well, we don't know who's in it or not. We'll find out. The last time the Intercontinental Championship tournament was held, it was a four-man tournament. Actually, the quarterfinals. The Intercontinental Championship tournament. Let's after the last time is Drew McIntyre failed to. Actual tournament, it was Drew McIntyre refused to stop attacking Matt Hardy, and decided so Teddy Long decided to fire Drew McIntyre and vacate the title. Following week, Kofi Kingston won a tournament to become new champion, but Mr. McMahon reverted. According to Wikipedia, Mr. McMahon reverted Long's decision. Due to the decision by Mr. McMahon, the vacancy of the title and Kingston's championship win are not recognized as WWE continued to recognize McIntyre as the champion during that period. And over the limit, though, Kingston did defeat Drew McIntyre to win the second official Intercontinental Championship. So that's going to be something to So, so we will see what would happen. Now, so it is. We don't know who is going to be in the tournament, and because of the brand-to-brand invitation, who knows? Any superstars from Raw or SmackDown, superstar from Raw or NXT will also be involved in the tournament. We'll find out for sure. And so that's going to be very interesting because we all know that King Corbin will be facing Drew McIntyre in a one-on-one match this Monday night on Raw. My thoughts on having an Intercontinental Championship tournament, like I said, they haven't had one in 10 years. But, you know, that whole thing was mucked up, but for sure. But we're looking at, we don't know who's, now the thing is we don't know who's going to be in it or how many people there are. And with the brand invitation, who knows about this tournament and how they're going to make it work. The interim Cruiserweight Championship tournament is a little different than, so we don't know if it's going to be a single elimination tournament or be like the interim Cruiserweight Championship. We don't know how it's going to work, so I think this Friday we'll get the details on that as well. And plus, with the major announcement of on NXT, we'll have to wait in. We'll have to wait till tonight to see what that is. This is going to be very interesting to say the least. The WWE doing this on very interesting times, you know, and it's amazing what I'm very thankful to WWE. A lot of people have been hating on the WWE. A lot of folks have been hating on Vince McMahon, all that. You know, people say AEW is better and all that good stuff. And listen, I think too many internet nerds, wrestling nerds, I should say. And here's the funny part about that. Kayfabe.com has used one of my picks that I think I must have taken down by accident or something like that. I found a picture of me from I think it was circa 2013, 2014, up with the Intercontinental European title. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with that. But I found my pick and somebody was using it on Twitter, and I figured somebody was trolling me again. It's like maybe it was somebody that said you Google wrestling nerd and your face came up. Your picture came up. I'm like, really? I didn't know I was the quintessential wrestling nerd, And yeah, I'm holding a championship belt. At least, listen, this is closer to the real thing to get here. The 24/7 heavyweight championship still held by the Gronk, But almost real solid steel gold too, and and everything else. So it's like, okay, fine. I'm a wrestling fan. Not exactly a. I thought nerd was always been always been a bad term. But Mike Rome said it best: "Never-ending radical dude." I'll take that. I'll take that. That's I'll take that as a compliment. Then we're never-ending radical dudes, and we're all nerds. So So anyway, so being a wrestling nerd is not a bad thing. We're just never-ending radical dudes. People say we're weird, but you know what? We're just fans. We like it. We like being entertained. We like laughing and having a good time, seeing superstars cracking jokes. And then we have beautiful moments like Asuka and Becky Lynch this past Monday night on Raw. I mean, Becky Lynch relinquished the title the honorable way and decided that to had the title vacated and put it up in the Money in the Bank, which unbeknownst to Asuka, that was why Asuka said it was heavy, and before we know it was the Raw Women's Championship, and they shared that moment, and then Becky announced that she was going to be a mother, and Asuka was very happy for her and started to chant Becky, Becky. It was really cool, and and it was a beautiful thing. So it's totally awesome. So, we have there's some great moments out there. There's some awesome moments out there. We had the Roman Reigns. I'm in remission, and just it was really that's a cool moment. But Becky Lynch announcing that she's going to have a baby, and superstars, they were genuinely happy for her and all that. a lot of superstars are parents, as well. So it's, the Bella twins were really happy for her, and, Stephanie's happy for her. Even Vince McMahon gave her a hug, which is really, really cool. So, it's moments like that. It's just, that's what we live for, And you're talking about entertainment, and they entertained us and gave us some positive moments at times like this. And I want to thank the WWE just for being there and trying their best to entertain us. I know some of the tough for the superstars to do so because, everything else with everything going around, I'm sure they want to perform and all that, but at the same time, it's difficult for them. They want to protect their families and their loved ones and, anyone else, So it is a challenge, but, they're doing their best, and, I got to applaud the superstars for that. It is difficult times we're living in, and I know a lot of people hate on the WWE, a lot of people hate on Vince and everything else, but, listen, probably to those superstars, they're probably going through more than we are because of this situations like this. So I think we should be very, very thankful for the WWE and should be thanking them. We should be thanking our not just them, but our men and women who have been working on the front lines for us to make sure we're safe and make sure we get what we need, from the grocery workers to people that are working in essential businesses like hospitals, like EMTs and police officers and all that. Those who have to work during this situation, thank you so much. I know it's not easy for you guys. I know it's not, my heart goes out to you guys, So, I love you guys. Just keep doing your thing. Don't give up. Be safe out there. Just follow protocol. I think you're gonna be fine. And I know it is a challenge, like I said. And so the internet wrestling nerds out there, the marks and smarks and all that, you gotta stop. You gotta stop hating on the WWE. I mean, and I do know a lot of people have been bitter towards WWE because they let go with CM Punk and all that good stuff. And I say that it stops. I like AEW. I'm gonna start watching a little bit more of that. I'm gonna admit, though, Maxwell Jacob Freeman's entertaining as a heel, even though he can insult me and insult anybody. He hasn't really insulted me on Twitter directly. He just rolled his eyes when I made him match him against the Undertaker, and he's like, okay, we don't like, and he does his job too. And if he wants to pick on me, hey, that's fine. Listen, I've been called every name under the sun. I've been made fun of so many times ever. Yeah, I get a little oversensitive at times, but it's like, you gotta have, some of these people need to have a life, get a life, get a hobby. Just enough's enough. Listen, I can put up with it a few times, but if you keep on constantly going if you keep constantly going and going and going and going with this whole thing, and it gets aggravating sometimes, like I've been trolled on once again, even though, somebody took a video of me getting ticked off. This was a video that I made way back. I deleted it off my YouTube on my first channel. Somehow this individual Art Baller got a hold of it and, kind of downloaded it and then decided to superimpose me singing, Thompson Twins Hold Me Now. The fun part about that was, well, the reason why I'm laughing at this one is because it looked like a kung fu movie, back in the 70s, when the Chinese, when people talk, Chinese, but then you get the English dub over it. That's what it is. Nothing but a dubbing. It's a joke, Some of these videos are totally a joke because they don't have the right thing, It's like, I don't know what the heck I don't know what the heck they're proving by doing that, It's like, why? It's like, what is it making them? I'm singing on audio, but at the same time, you see me going, being upset and talking about the, it's like, what are they trying to prove? It's like they don't have a brain. And these trolls, this Art Baller guy, don't think they have a brain in the world. And, I got to bring it up. I have to. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do this, but, my good friend Jason DeCanio and I became friends over our love for classical game shows like Match Game, Tic-Tac-Toe, Joker's Wild Bullseye, and all that. Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Price is Right. And that's how we became fast friends. And he asked me to give him, this happened, 4 years ago? At the beginning of the year, he asked me to give him a shout-out. So I did, because he talks about the Queens, New Yorker, about the history of the city of Queens, New York. I thought that's pretty cool, to me, the original King of Queens. God rest God rest Terry Stiller's soul. And and then somebody told me, "Oh, Jason's bad for you." Well, Jason didn't do anything wrong to me. I mean, I don't know what the heck is going on. So, and I found out about this feud between him and his eBay troll known as eBay is a joke. And that feud had nothing to do with me, and I had nothing to do with that feud at all. And it's like because of my association and friendship with Jason is where I got trolled on. It's like, guys, I'm not involved in this, and it kept on going. It started aggravating me. I started ranting and raving videos about it. So, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, it won't be doing me any good, doing this, and falls on deaf ears, and these trolls won't listen. They don't respect anybody. It's like, they're like little children. They're like, you tell them stop it, and they're like, like little children. They need their diapers changed, for God's sakes. And it's like, you stop that right now, and they keep on going, and then you have to ground them and discipline them and all that. And that's why I felt like I'm being a parent when I had to deal with internet trolls, But then again, it's like, I said, what? Zero tolerance. That's it. I'm just going to block them. I'm not going to respond to these guys. I've had enough, and that's exactly what I did, But apparently they started, a couple people, this Art Baller guy started backing up, but I blocked him anyways, and reporting, I don't know how good reporting in a video would do. Is like, I don't have the original video of what they use, but I don't have the original and the audio. I do, have that video, but that, the guy just dubbed the audio version of it, and it had another video that I had deleted. I think I deleted it off my files as well. So it's like it won't do me any good to report the video. So it's like, okay, no problem. So I just basically just blocked them and said nothing to them and everything else. And apparently Susan Foster this Susan Foster person wants to do this. And some of these trolls got issues anyways. It's like no big deal. So yeah, sometimes you get oversensitive. You get oversensitive because they keep doing it over and over again. It's like after you specifically tell them, okay, knock this off, knock it off, and you keep doing it, you get into disrespecting people, and it's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous, to be honest with you. And listen, if you have a grudge against somebody, it won't do you any good. It won't do you any good. If you have a grudge against because I'm friends with somebody you don't like, I don't appreciate that at all. It's like it's like what do I have to do with your little feud with this person? Okay. And also, Jason had a feud with this Chris Kennedy person. I don't know if this Chris Kennedy is responsible for these as well. And I found out that he was part of one of the Discord app channels. I can't mention which one, because I forget which one it was. If it is, I'm not going to enter that Discord app channel anymore, because the fact is that Chris Kennedy's got a grudge against Jason DeCane, which I don't like getting involved in any feud that I have nothing to do with. That's been my biggest pet peeve. If people get me involved in feuds that has nothing to do with me, I said it's between you and that person. Leave me out of it. I try to say that times again, and people act like little kids. We need to get you in this one. No, don't get me involved. No way, And the biggest pet peeve is I do not like getting involved in the middle of feuds that have nothing to do with me at all. And all of a sudden I get trolled on for it. I mean, come on. I'm trying to be the mature, and that's the way to have the mature things. Listen, it's between you and this person. Leave me out of it. All right? It has nothing to do with me. I don't know why you want to rope me into this. And just because, and here's where the trolls come in as well. Here's where, it's like, okay, we're trying to get you to go and turn against your friend here, against the person that you're friends with. And it's really childish. I mean, that's really a childish thing to do, man. Seriously. I mean, why do you want to do this? Why do people want to, people be like this? It's like, well, let's collaborate to destroy this person. And like, I'm not doing that anymore. I know there's people out there that do it to me. And like, I have no idea what people will be talking about at all. And like, you don't want to be my friend? You want to reject me? Hey, fine, I really don't care at this point. I really don't care. And just, And I honestly don't care at this point because, but you got to realize, there's something bigger going on around here. And we have a big thing going on. It's called a pandemic. And here we are, sniping at each other, being angry with each other over stupid little trivial things. And it's like, I'm like, really? And it's very, very bad right now. I mean, and people are starting to get even more nastier on Facebook, on Twitter, and I'm going, oh Lord, and politics have jumped into this thing. It's ridiculous. And listen, I have a sister who wouldn't not just talk to me anymore, but the rest of my family. I mean, she wanted nothing to do with my family. I mean, I was supposed to move in with her and my brother-in-law a couple of years ago, right around this time, because she and my brother-in-law offered me a place to stay for them. My parents wanted me to move out in the basement, and so they were concerned about me health-wise, which I'm fine now, but still, so they wanted me to move out. So I thought about it, and I said, you know what, fine. Why not do it? At first, I hesitated because didn't want to live near Dartmouth, but then because during that time when I was so stressed out of work because of the snow shoveling I had to do in the winter time, and I've always been stuck at the mall, and I've been nowhere but there. It's like the more I'm at the mall, the more I'm sick of it. So it was a very difficult decision very difficult place for me at that time. But then I thought about it, and I went, yeah, why not? New place, new everything, clean up everything, get new stuff and whatnot. So I started moving stuff in at one time, and then I got a Facebook message from my brother-in-law, Brandon, saying, hey, we did a lot of soul searching. We're not ready to have you move in. So I said, okay. And so I kind of understood. Back then, I understood with my sister going through miscarriage after miscarriage. Plus, my brother-in-law suffered from PTSD with the PTSD with him being serving in the Navy. My nephew at that time had autism, so there was a lot going on. So I said, fine, but then again, my father was racking his brain, asking me why. I said, I don't know. I knew we were all gung-ho. He said, you guys were gung-ho about this. And we didn't understand. And during the time where, like I said, my sister Jewel was getting ready for her wedding and getting married to another brother-in-law, Jesse, my sister Cora kind of snapped and said, and told my mother, and told my mother off in a way I never thought, I would hear from, because I didn't exactly hear, but my mother told me what was going on, and she was swearing up a storm and all that. This is not like, it's not like the Cora that I know. And it was like there's a whole different personality came out and said, that's it, I'm done with this. And so since then, since October of 2018, she never spoke to us ever again. And I haven't seen my nephew or niece from there, my brother-in-law. So it's like I said, having your loved ones not talk to you anymore, it really hurts. It really does, especially in close family members. And it's political differences and all. And that's what hurts. That's what hurts about this. Hurts about this the most. And sometimes I ask the Lord, Lord, why is this happening to us? I mean, we did nothing wrong. We try to, we praise and worship you the best way we know how and best way we can, and all of a sudden this happens. My kids, my own sister turned against my own mother. I mean, I was really sad about that, and really heartbroken. The reason why I've been loyal to my family, because I love my family, and I love the Lord, and I've been loyal to my church, and I love people, and just like I have a heart for people, and that's the way it is. You know what I'm saying? And it breaks my heart when somebody that I've known for basically all their life, and all of a sudden turned their backs to us and family members, and Yeah, it is very horrible. And some people say some horrible things about that. Oh, the reason why your sister turned against you because you're a retard. The word retard. I hate that word with a passion. It should be considered a swear word, a cuss word. That's why I call it the R word. It's really, really hurting. A lot of people say a lot of hurtful things. I refuse to, talk bad about my sister or any member of my family for that matter. What I mean, my sisters or my brothers or my parents. I love them and respect them. And listen, whatever they're going through, and I pray that their heads get clear and then they're real and make them realize what they're doing is wrong. And, I'm praying that my sister realizes what she's doing that is wrong. Listen, if you're angry, if I'm angry at my family member, I talk to them about it, sit down and say, listen, this is what's going on. This is what concerns me. And, yeah, I'm very concerned about my sister. And it is heartbreaking, listen, there's a lot, we go through a lot of issues against our loved ones and everything else. And, it breaks our hearts to see, it kind of breaks our hearts. And we want to tell our parents what's going on. We know it's very, very difficult for us to even do that. We don't want to hurt them. We don't want to disrespect them. We don't want to dishonor them. And us kids, we go through a lot of things, and, my parents went through a lot of things. I've been through a lot of things in my life. And, my heart goes out to a lot of people out there who, and that's why I think the social distancing thing, could have, could have an everlasting effect on us. And it's really, really heartbreaking for us to go through this and everything else in between. We can play the blame game. We can blame the Republicans, the Democrats. We can blame China, the Chinese government for all this. We can blame Trump. We can blame Obama. We can blame everybody else under the sun. We can blame, but I think the most important people that we have to blame is ourselves. Okay, once again, it's ourselves because the way we acted towards one another, we acted selfish towards one another. I think that's why I think God decided to step in and said, okay, I'm going to do something that never before. And the Lord decided, well, He probably was going to use this pandemic to get, to get us in a place where, hey, we got to put things in perspective. It's great, to me, I wouldn't, I'll be honest with you, I enjoy staying home and, going on the internet, playing video games and whatnot, eating and whatnot, and just relaxing for a bit. But there's a side of me that says, okay, I got to make money, I got to go back to work, and, I'm working at a job that is not essential, which is cleaning up trash at the mall. It's not the best job in the world, and I've been wanting to leave there for quite a while, too, and it has been difficult. But at the same time, hey, I would like to go back to work and just, do my job and do well and just, I know. But it has not been an easy task, to do exactly that. It has not been an easy task. But then I've been making more money on unemployment than I have been working. So it's like, should I stay off of work and quit the mall and collect unemployment? I don't know. I really don't know. That's it's something that to think about. Will the governor extend it beyond May 18th? I don't know. That could, it could be. We get the Portuguese feast already been canceled. WEML-TV Festival may not that far behind if the mayor decides to have the festival canceled, and then the mayor, has not addressed that yet. I'm surprised he has not addressed that yet. Maybe in back of the mayor's mind, the festival has not been as widely popular as it once was back. Before the whole brawl. I did the festival the WEML-TV Festival to me was very, very popular until the brawl had happened. And once the brawl had happened, and this is where I think it hurt the festival the most, financial wise. That's when, everything started, curfew was happening at the festival and all that. And a lot of vendors, lost a lot of money and that prompted the festival to be canceled in 2014, but instead turned to the Family Fun Festival until Mike Sylvia stepped in and said, "You know what? It's enough. I'm getting the festival back." And he's trying to bring it back, and then we're approaching the 50th anniversary of the festival, and that could be. And we've already dealt a large blow to the economy in New Bedford by losing the Portuguese feast, but I think be a double whammy if the festival is canceled as well. But here's the thing, we don't know what the mayor's final decision is going to be. How they're going to plan opening things back up. That brings in large crowds. I know the mall usually brings in a large crowd, especially during Black Fridays, during the holiday weekend, during the holidays too. And that's going to be a major. This whole thing that's been happening could play a major factor into the holiday season as well, because this could be the most coming in here once the holiday season starts up in November. This could be the most unique holiday season we're ever going to go through. So it's but right now, like I said, one thing at a time. We're in May. That's in November, December. You're talking about 6-7 months away. A lot of things could change by then, and I don't know. And just to be honest, I don't know what's really going to happen. Only God knows, and only time can tell. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about the whole thing. And it's people getting crazy out there. Just gotta relax, hang in there. One day at a time, guys. One day at a time. I know I have a lot to talk about in my life, from wrestling until this whole thing was happening. So, I know I didn't said I wasn't going to talk about it ever again, but it seems like to me there was a lot on my mind, and sometimes you had to let it out. And sometimes you get to be calm and be cool about it, and that's what I'm trying to do. Just let you know what's going on, and what my thoughts are on that. I'm not. Yeah, I am angry, but I'm not like and being like angry grandpa, yelling in the camera and ranting and raving like a moron and all that. Just like this is what's going on. I don't like it. This is why. That type of thing. It's like you got it's like writing the papers. Like, okay, this is what the pros and cons and all that good stuff. But, however, hoping you guys watch NXT tonight. We'll tune in and see what the major announcement is there. Also, Friday night, the Intercontinental Championship Tournament will be held, and we don't know who's going to be in it, how many people there are, and with the brand-to-brand invitation, who knows if anybody from Raw or NXT are going to be in it too. It's going to be crazy, to say the least. So I'm looking forward to the WWE tonight, and we always want to be thankful and all that. Yeah, it's been a lot's been on my mind, so I do apologize if I ran on and on. Just speaking on, like I said, sentimental thoughts come from my heart. There's a lot of things going on. I don't know for sure, and I don't know for sure what's going on, what's happening, and we'll see what happens down the road. We'll see what happens in a couple of months, and whether or not we're going to have a good summer or not, completely up to us, guys. And that's what we need to do, all right? That's all the time we have on the show. God's blessings, life, love to all of you guys out there. Thank you to all our essential workers. Keep it up. We'll pray for your protection. And for the rest of us, hang in there, folks. For the rest of us in the country, hang in there. Just hang in there. Be patient. I know it's not that easy. A lot of people are already protesting and all that, and whining and crying and all that. I don't know, who to believe, what to believe anymore. I can believe that one. I farted. That's still good. I always have a sense of humor. I'm very, very thankful for the blessings that God has given me, and we'll see what happens. Just hang in there. All right. Yeah, a lot on my mind. So I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace. I'll give you back more episodes of Get These Thumbs, and I'll figure out what games I want to play next, and who knows what's going through this crazy mind of mine. All right? And this little light of mine, I want to let it shine. All right? I'll see you later. Have a good day, guys.